more against the Bucks than any team in the league except for Washington, and then Washington has an outlier because he scored 57 against Washington in one game to skew it. Shooting 58% against the Bucks, that to me is indicative that, as we have seen throughout the years, LeBron typically does have an extra gear to go to. He usually reserves that for the postseason. He seems to have been hitting that gear against the Bucks and Giannis, maybe for a reason.
To me, he plays against Giannis the same way he plays against Durant, because the overall size, they are at a tremendous disadvantage. Now, to me, Giannis might be a good defender, but he's not a good defender against LeBron. The reason why, LeBron can draw him away from the bucket. LeBron can post up on him, and there's nothing when LeBron gets a head of steam that Giannis can do. So Giannis is just a young pup. LeBron is the guy, and LeBron, every time you face that guy, it's like Randy Moss. When we got him into the league, we used to have another corner across. We had Darryl Green one time. I said, man, you got to send a message to the rest of the league today. He's like, well, why is that? I said, because they respect Darryl Green. You run past Darryl Green, the whole league will know that Randy Moss is for real. So LeBron, I believe, takes that matchup personal, and with them being in the East, he sends a message to Giannis every time.
I would say he takes it personal. That might be one. LeBron knows who's the best player and the up-and-coming players that he has to go against, and that's his way of letting them know that it's still my league. I'm still the best player. You still got to wait. You wait your turn. And I think he takes that personal. That's something that motivates him on a game-in and game-out basis.
How much better do you think the Cavs got last night getting Kevin Love back in the lineup?
Oh, they got tremendously. They got better because obviously he gives another guy who can stretch the floor. You got to remember, Kevin Love's an all-star in this league. He can average 20 or 10. He's going to help them get out of the Eastern Conference. Now, whether they can win an NBA championship, that's a whole nother story. He's yet to prove to me that he can play well against Golden State, against smaller lineups. But in the Eastern Conference, he can definitely help them get over the hump. I think when they get Rodney Hood back and everybody's back and playing, they'll be fine. You know, when Larry Nance and Trent Thompson come back, they'll be able to get out the East because Kevin Love can give you 20 and 10, and he's played great in the playoffs up until they play Golden State.
So you mentioned there, just as an aside, they're going to be able to get out of the East. Toronto is 52 and 18. They have the second best point differential in basketball. They are a half game behind Golden State for the second best record in basketball. Their bench is outscoring opponent's bench by 30 points per 100 possessions. A lot of people feel this is a different Toronto team than the ones in years past that have gotten into the postseason and gotten washed out. Where do you stand on the Raptors versus the Cavs, assuming now that Kevin Love is back?
It'll be a long series. I like LeBron James in Game 7. I just like LeBron James. I believe it's going to be a long series because Cleveland struggles to play up there in Toronto. Toronto's a very good home team. They play well at home, but I like LeBron James in Game 7.
And any chance they have in the finals against Golden State or Houston, barring LeBron doing what he did those final 3 games against Golden State?
I'm worried because he don't have, if you look at LeBron's history, he had Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, 2 guys in their prime that were capable of getting 25 and 30 points. You saw Kyrie Irving, what he was able to do over the last couple of years with LeBron. I don't know if nobody on that roster right now can help LeBron at the level that he's going to need when he goes against Houston and Golden State. I just don't see it. I know Kevin Love is good. He can get you 20 and 10, but in the past, he hasn't played good against Golden State.
Big Blue, Basketball Nation. You in Atlanta this weekend, watching your squad?
Of course, we got in the Final Four, baby. It's wide open. Hey, we got Arizona to lose. We got Virginia to lose. It's wide open.
Your guys' bracket opened up. You going?
Okay, yeah, I got to make sure I get your number because I'm going to Atlanta on Friday. So I need them to win Thursday so I can go Saturday.
Kansas State. Don't do that.
Antoine, thank you so much.
Just Sharpie them into your Elite Eight, says Antoine Walker.
Coming up, did the Broncos make a mistake sitting out the Kirk Cousins sweepstakes? Next on First Things First. Thank you so much for coming by.
That's good stuff, man.
Finally,
From director Steven Spielberg.